Yeah, baby, here we go, here we go.
Let's go, fellas, let's go.
Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Another possession, they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And the rebound cleared by Ingram. To Ball. Here comes the screen. Drew Holiday sizing up Leonard. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Ball with it up top. They lead it. 4-point game.
Right.
Drew Holiday. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Ball brings the rock up court.
Screen come on your left.
Screen coming. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Lonzo Ball at the line. Nope, first one does not go. Misses the second as well. Burke with it. Down 4. Lobs it up. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. Ball with the basketball. He'll run the offense. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 4. Miami Heat are at the limit.
Ball to Holiday. Beyond the arc for 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here we go.
Waiters. Fires the 3. That's how you defend.
Look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Has a look. Drew Holiday. He's now 5 for 6.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
And look out.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Listen big.
To Randolph. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Lonzo Ball, guarded by Myers Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc, and the rebound taken in by Randolph. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Tight space with the crossover. To Waiters. 4-3. Waiters forced that one off the mark on the 3.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Count the bucket for 2.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Number 3, Trey Burke.
Lonzo Ball with the rock to Favors. Won't go down. Brandon Ingram rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Holiday to Ball. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Burke with it, trailing by 4. To Waiters. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. Lonzo Ball. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Fires the 3. Textbook defense. Ball. To Holiday.
On your left, here you go.
Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. Myers Leonard pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Cashes in for 2.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Lonzo Ball against Leonard. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught, and number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First try, no good. No good. Missed them both. He'd have the basketball.
I got ball.
And scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Great feed. Waiters.
I got ball.
Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Zach Randolph with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Whistle stops play. Timeout New Orleans. As they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. They're going to make some changes with some new...
Substitutions, Miami. Into the game
For 3. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line. See the
Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
And he finishes at the rim.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Clark with it. Looking to make something happen. To Redick. Hart. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Miami's got it. Butler. Here's a chance from long range. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he'll go to the foul line. Josh Hart has got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Count it. Old-fashioned three-point play. To Josh Hart. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Dragic with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Nice pass to get things going.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Josh Hart. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Ed, you're allowed 2 steps after you pick the basketball up. It doesn't matter which feet you step with, but 2 counts.
From long range, offensive board. Oh, and a putback.
I mean, really, is it really difficult to box out these days?
To Redick. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First one goes down.
Entering the game for New Orleans, number 2, Lonzo Ball. Entering the game for number 22.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Number 55.
Pelicans basketball.
Defense, let's go.
To Redick.
Screen.
Butler to bring it up. Leads just a point. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
And the finish at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Redick with it. Down a point. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. The opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. It's the Heat with the possession. To Dragic. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
And the denial.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The assist from number 40.
Clark with it. Down 5. To Redick. Off the mark. Well contested. And the basket good at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Butler into the front court. Leads 5. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
They got him in the first round to do exactly that. Make tough shots and help them win games.
New Orleans will take it up. To Redick. Surveys the floor. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Butler. Beyond the arc for 3. You on top. Jimmy Butler. Contested 3. He buries it.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Screen come.
2 minutes remaining.
Lonzo Ball. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Cruises inside for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Ball into the front court. 9-point margin. It goes down.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Lonzo Ball with the rock. Slams it down, and there was no stopping him that time.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Pass stolen by Miami.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Looking for his man. Oh, he had it.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
To Dragic. Fires the 3. He was all over him. Lonzo with it. Down 6. Lonzo Ball. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Butler. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. First half comes to an end with the Heat in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Heat have the lead, but not by much. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat. The Pelicans aren't down by much after 2 quarters. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Game track. Bench points.
What I found interesting about that half of basketball is how the momentum stayed high even when the substitutions started coming into the game. These guys coming off the bench, from both benches actually, are doing a great job of making positive contributions.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
All right, let's do this.
Substitutions, Miami. Substitutions, New Orleans.
Ball.
Shoot it, shoot it.
Screen, screen, screen.
No good. He throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Lonzo controls the offense.
Screen coming left, screen coming,
Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. Burke with it. Up by 6. 4-3. And he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
And finishes strong.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
The assist from number 2, Lonzo Ball.
To Waiters. Fires the 3.
J.J. Redick, that's his first personal foul.
Dion Waiters is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 70% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Second of 3, off the mark. Ball brings the rock up court. From the painted area, won't go down. To Waiters. Redick with it. His guys trail by 10. Throws it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
I got help. I got your help.
To Waiters. Sheck Diallo. Huge block. He able to recover.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Redick. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Dion Waiters. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Lonzo Ball sizing up Leonard. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Lonzo Ball with the rock. Deep right corner. Nice pass to set things up. Slam dunk, Derek Favors. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
For 3.
That's his 4th personal foul. Team foul number 3 for Miami.
And hits the first free throw. Second of 3 is good. Hits all 3 free throws. Ball with it up top. 14-point deficit.
Screen coming right, screen coming right.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Ball with the basketball. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Ball to Holiday. Here's a chance from long range, and Drew Holiday, good on the quick release.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Great pass to set it up. Had a chance, but it's no good. Waiters. Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Miami with the basketball. Goes to the right side from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
The big fella, Zach Randolph. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Old school equals high percentage.
Ball into the front court. Trailing by 15. Terrific vision. Turns and slams it down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Misses the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Clark with it. Trailing by 14. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. It's the Heat with the possession. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First free throw is good. Missed the middle one. One more coming. Can't take advantage. 1 for 3 at the line. Clark with it. Down by 15. Passed it off. And counted at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
To Redick. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Trying to cash in. The big fella, Zach Randolph. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
from somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
He'd have the basketball. Hart to Redick. Lets it fly from long range. That's playing with fire. J.J. Redick wide open. Good luck.
Oh, okay. I don't see any more phantom screens like I did in the first half. I actually see people being hit, which opens up three-point shooters to operate off those screens. It's all coming together.
J.J. Redick not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Layup goes down. Well done.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? To Josh Hart. Miami's got it. And count the basket inside.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
The Pelicans will take the timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
Best of all, they're free. You can get your
Good look that time, but off the mark. Burke with it. His guy's up by 15. To Randolph.
to number 32, Ian Clark.
Zach Randolph. A couple of on the way. For his career, 76% from the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. It's the Heat with the possession. Slam dunk.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Flushes it home.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
The pass set it all up.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. End score. Strong take.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And a throwdown. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Time to shuffle things up.
Number 4, J.J. Redick.
to Josh Hart. Reddick. Count it.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
J.J. Redick.
Miami with the basketball.
I got this play out. Let's go.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Missed the second as well.
Yep, I got him. I got him.
Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by J.J. Redick.
Get back.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete as the Heat enjoy some breathing room. So the Heat will have it to start this.
All right, let's do this.
Subbing in for the Pelicans, number 2, Lonzo Ball.
It's the Heat with the possession.
Number 81.
Goran Dragic. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Yes, three-pointer is good for Goran Dragic.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Reddick. To Ball.
Defensive 3-second violation for Miami. For the Pelicans. Shooting 1.
It's the free throw. To Reddick. Great feed, sets it up. And the finish, slam dunk.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
J.J. Redick.
He'd have the basketball.
I got ball.
Hey, big screen right there.
Dragic.
Big screen. Flash him, bump him.
And throws it down.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Butler to bring it up. His team on top by 8. Dragic. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Knocked loose. Ah, the monster stuff.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Lonzo with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. Nice pass to set things up.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
I got it.
Ball with it up top. He'll run the offense. Reddick buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
The body language was so bad in the first half. After every missed shot, your head went down. Now, your head is to the sky, and I like the confidence.
To Dragic. Has a chance. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Miami's got it.
Lock up. Here you go. Go.
To Dragic. Beyond the arc for three. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And a nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And a putback slam.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
Get up, y'all.
Fires the three. First one, count it. And he hits the second. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. To Redick. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range. Dragic into the front court. Up by 6. Knocked loose. Pelicans have it. Ball. Slams it down.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Ball to Redick. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Dragic. Has a chance. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot. Whistle stops play. Timeout, New Orleans. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game.
To the end of today's game, to claim your prize at the customer service desk located near section 104.
Ball. Great dish to set it up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
So now time for the intentional foul. They'll make them finish this out at the free throw line.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team, and at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
Ball with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit and stuffs it home.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Ah, rocking the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Lonzo Ball with the rock. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Good shot. Look long.
That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Finish that. And a whistle. On the attempt from downtown. 3 free throws coming up.
You can't sag. You got to be up in him. It was close, in my opinion, but the offensive player will win that debate every time.
First try at the line, no good. Second to 3, got it. He'll let one fly from half court. The Heat with the victory as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Heat edged out a close victory in today's game. And it's always great to watch a team with such an unselfish approach to the game. Plenty of assists were delivered throughout this contest. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat. The Pelicans finished on the losing end of a close score. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Game track. Assists.
It's a shame only one team can win when you have such great team basketball on display. The ball movement was tremendous.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
These are the upcoming games for the Miami Heat. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.